But I think what I'm going to show you here right now is iCrimeFighter basically takes all that data and puts it into one spot for you guys to easily retrieve and be able to kind of share to the next next party, which would be more than likely the defense attorneys. So let me set the stage here real quick. And why are we talking to the district attorney's office? Yes, this is a law enforcement product. It benefits everybody. I will tell you, both the counties that are on this call today, I've talked to your law enforcement communities in the past. They've been very open to this product. But truthfully, I think the number one question we get when we're at these departments is, has our district attorney, what do they think of this? Do they see value in this? Would they be okay with using a system like that? So truthfully, I think that's what we're trying to do, is just, maybe just get the education out there of what this is. And, then maybe we can have a group meeting with all your law enforcement communities to say, hey, we are on board if this brings the value that we hope it does. So let me do this. Let me kind of go walk through just kind of how iCrimeFighter works, and I'll get into the demo and so forth. So iCrimeFighter is a solution that basically is an evidence, it's a retrieval, collecting, and storage and transferring of items. So you're looking at, basically it's all cloud-based, which is the benefit of, nice thing about it is you don't have to store anything locally. You don't have to load any sort of software on your computer to make this work. So they'll basically collect all the evidence. They're doing their job like they normally do. It's on the retrieval side, and you guys retrieving these items that really makes this kind of streamline the process. So the items will be put into to the system, but I want to start by, how are you guys notified, and then we'll get into kind of what the case looks like once you guys are notified. So once a case is shared, let me open up an email here. Once a case is shared from various locations, within your county that are using the system to basically put the information in, your department or your office will get an email. Not everybody needs to get a notification, but the email will read something of, this department, this user has shared a document or a case file with you, very similar to what you're looking at right now on my screen. Once you get that, you can either click on that and it'll go directly to the case file, or you can simply log into the iCrimeFighter system and go to the share tabs. I'm going to show you that here in a second. But if I were to, and I want to check this out, all I simply would do is I would view these files, and your office would have login accounts for every user that would need to access the system and see these cases. So once I hit login, you can immediately see that it goes to the case file that was shared with me. Here, I just got to take my picture off the screen here. So once I log in and I click on that file, you can see all the case information that was shared with me. So there's a number of things that we can do now once we have this case that is on the screen that we're looking at right now. Obviously, you can see everything's displayed for you in real time. Keep in mind that anything that they have that they need to get over to you, they can put into iCrimeFighter. So what I mean by that is squad videos, body cam videos, surveillance videos, maybe from a retail store. All that information can go in. And for the most part, we try to do our best job to make it easier for you guys to, when you retrieve it, that you can simply actually hit play and stream those videos logged into the iCrimeFighter account that you have. So sometimes you'll have to download them, but we're doing our best to make sure that all those videos can be streamed and played in the back. But there's a number of things that you guys can do once you retrieve these case files. Like I said, I'm going to make the assumption that there's some CDs that are being burnt for your county, that you're receiving, and sometimes it's disorganized information. Once I get this case, I can go in and I can sort it by the file type very easily. If I just want to see the images, I can do that. But the nice thing is I don't have to download these items to another system. These are basically available for me. Once they're shared, they don't go away. So you don't have to worry about them expiring on you. You guys can store them here. I'll show you how you can actually link it to your case management system if you choose to. But we have file types up here. We can kind of break down when it was created and sorted by. We can make that a little easier for you guys. But there's a couple things that I really want to get into that's going to make your job a lot easier. One is I just spoke about, linking this to your case management system. And Tim, do you guys put the link in your DA Protect program right now?
We do not.
Okay. Well, if that's ever something that you guys, anybody chooses to do, iCrimeFighter allows you to link it to a case management system. It doesn't need to be that particular DA Protect, but I know everybody in Wisconsin uses that. But if you guys link it, what that essentially does is it allows you to put a hyperlink in there, and the information doesn't store anywhere differently. It's just if you're in that case management system, you see the link, you can click on it, it'll drive you directly to the location where those items are at and stored. So that's going to make it a little bit more streamlined because you guys still are going to work with different systems for your court cases. We can go in. Now, the biggest thing I will tell you, the easiest thing to keep track is the case history. So everything that's going on into the system, as it's shared, as it's downloaded, whatever information you guys need to see as you're doing your discovery is in this case history, and you guys will have access to this. So once I click on case history, not a whole lot of activity in this particular case, but you can see, I can go in, I can basically break down if I want to see who viewed it or who was an author of it, who added information to it and so forth, to make it a little easier. And I can break down the dates if I want to see a complete date range of when this case was originated from and so forth. So the case history will display everything. That can be printed out and made available to yourselves. If the defense attorneys want that, that can be available to them as well. But the nice thing is sometimes you guys might get a CD and you just don't have all that case information of kind of location and who added what, in case you have a question on some particular file.